I am Mike Lairson, author of books on CRM On Demand reporting. Today I'm going to demonstrate the use of HTML in a column formula allowing you to navigate to a detail screen of any record type in CRM On Demand. You may be familiar with the action link method of navigating between reports and record details, and if you are, you're likely also aware that action links do not work for all record types and do not function inside of a pivot table. Because CRM On Demand is a web browser-based application, we can take advantage of some simple HTML to call specific screens. You do not need to be a web developer to create these links, but some basic HTML knowledge is useful. Here I have a simple report of expenses. The expense object referenced here is custom object 1. I would like to be able to click on the name of an expense record here and open the detail screen for that record. An action link will not work here because we are referencing a custom object and we are using a pivot table view. I can, however, write a formula that will open the correct screen. I just need to build the correct URL in my formula. Let's start by examining the URL for a custom object 1 record. I'll get this by copying the contents of the address field in my browser and paste it into my text editor. Here's the URL for a specific record. You may notice that the URL has no spaces and some special characters are encoded. This encoding ensures that the URL is read properly. Spaces, ampersands, equal signs, and question marks are commonly encoded in CRM On Demand URLs. A 3-character code beginning with a percentage sign translates into one of these characters. We can break the URL down a bit to understand it more. The first part of the URL identifies the server and web page. Each portion thereafter separated by a question mark or ampersand. In our hyperlink that we intend to construct, we can eliminate a lot of the URL content because it simply does not apply or is not needed. The parts we do need will identify the page we are navigating to, the target form on that page, and the specific record that should be displayed in that form. After eliminating the extra bits, we are left with a fairly simple URL. Next, we need to write a formula that will generate the correct URL for each record in our report. We will need to string together some HTML code and URL text. The HTML we need is the anchor tag that references our URL. And within the URL, we'll need to concatenate in some information about the record we're linking to. In the URL, the row ID is used to identify the specific record, so we will need to replace the ID value in the URL with the formula for row ID. Likewise, the record type is referenced. Here we will include the type field formula, but I use a replace function to encode any spaces in the record type value with a plus sign. A space will break the URL. Finally, we want to show the record name as the link text, so we will include the record name formula in the anchor tag. When we put it all together, using single quotes around literal values and the double pipe concatenate code between literal values and formulas, we wind up with a column formula that looks like this and returns the complete URL for each record in our report. We'll paste this code into the column formula for the record name column. I want to show you what text is returned when the report runs, so you can see the resulting URL. This is not yet a hyperlink because it is being treated as a text value rather than being read as HTML. A quick update to the column data format will change this from a text value to HTML and will cause the report to display the URL caption and enable the hyperlink. Now when I run my report, I can click on any of the records and navigate to the specific record's detail screen. I will add to the comments on this video a list of formulas for many of the record types in On Demand for your convenience, but with this instruction in this tutorial, you should be able to build a similar formula for any record type. I hope you find this tutorial useful and invite you to email me at ondemandreporting@gmail.com with your suggestions for future videos. Please subscribe to this channel so you will not miss any CRM On Demand reporting tips.